What is up, everyone? Thanks for joining me for episode 55 of Let's Nerd with Pathfinder Kingmaker, Extra Nerd Edition. I'm your host, Jay Dumont. We're back here at the Kellid camp. And I think I'm ready to level up some characters, so let's start with Amiri. Rather than going with Fighter to get the overhand chop, which only works with charges or an attack action that's a single attack, which is, it's not your full round attack. I'm going to try to get her closer to Greater Rage. Which will increase her rolls to +3. She'll get some damage reduction along the way. So that will get her 2 levels away from Greater Rage. So let's give her the usual. Maybe we should give her a little knowledge of the world too, for when she's in those knowledge-based skill checks. We're going to give her power attack. Choose to take a -1 penalty on melee attack rolls and combat maneuver checks to gain a +2 on damage rolls. So because her attack bonus is so high, every 4 points after 4, the penalty increases by -1 and the bonus increases by +2. So we're just going to give her power attack, and that is going to really raise her damage.
One shouldn't brag about a big sword if they can't carry one.
Right now she's doing 13 to 27 at +20. She turns on power attack. She's doing 22 to 36 at +17, which is still a good number, so we'll give her that. Next I'm going to level up Asirius here. And he is going to become a Dragon Disciple. He'll get a level of Arcane Spellcasting, his Bloodline feat selection, Strength +2, and a free bite attack. Deals 1d6 points of damage, and he gets to do that plus 1.5 times the Strength modifier. So he gets to do that plus attack, and if he's not using a shield in one hand, well, I should say I, because I'm role-playing as him, so then I could grow claws and use my left hand as the claw attack. So let's see what we want to do here. Perception, Persuasion, Arcana, and Stealth. I think it's pretty good. And I think I'm going to give him Outflank to get a bonus on attack rolls +4, because everyone else has Outflank. Valerie, Knock Knock, Amiri. Arcane Spellcasting will be the Bard College. And now for the Bloodline feat. I was thinking of giving him power attack as well. And then for the spell, Mirror Image, so he can use that on himself. Fend off some damage. Alright, so let's check out him. He's doing 9 to 14 at +15 if we turn on power attack. He's doing 11 to 16 at +13. So still not too shabby. Doing a little more damage and outflanking opponents. So that's 2 characters we're pretty sure we want to go with that. For Valerie, I'm pretty sure I want to give her Stalwart Defender, but I'm not sure. She gets Uncanny Dodge. Cannot be caught flat-footed. So I'm just not sure. what I want to give her yet. I can improve her critical with the heavy mace, which would make it 19 to 20 rather than just rolling a 20. I can give her a greater weapon focus on the heavy mace to give an extra +1 to attack rolls, or I can specialize her in the heavy mace, which gives her a +2 to damage rolls. Or even critical focus. Receive a +4 circumstance bonus on attack rolls made to confirm critical hits. I will be right back. Alright, so I think I'm going to give her a greater weapon focus because I want her to hit more often rather than just doing more damage. I want her to be as strong and steady and hit as often as possible. So looks good for Valerie. So with her, she's getting a +19 with that mace. 8 to 18, which is respectable. The thing about Knock Knock I'm not sure about is, of course we're going to make him a rogue. He could eventually become a duelist if he gets combat mobility. Gets an extra sneak attack and finesse training with another weapon, so that's what I'm not sure about. Let's see, mobility, trickery, stealth, perception, knowledge world, world. So I'm not sure what to give him. It's finesse weapon. Can select any weapon and use the dexterity modifier instead of strength for the damage roll. So this is what I'm not sure about. Which weapon? He's already got finesse training in the kukri. Some of these he's not trained in. He can't use dueling swords. He can use daggers. He can't use an e-stock. He can use a sickle and a short sword. What do I see him using? This is an important decision to make here. I might just go with dagger. Or punching dagger. Let's see what the punching... Do we still have the punching dagger on us?
I need to catch my breath.
A regular dagger has 19 to 20. I think we just may give him regular dagger. That's his finesse weapon. I can see him using a dagger. And can improve the critical of the dagger as well. It's not going to stack with the keen kukris that he's using. Or he can give him that combat mobility. I don't think I'm going to train him in duelist. Let's go back and look at duelist. Can't even look at what it's like. I think he's going to be rogue all the way. Piranha Strike, so this is pretty cool. This is like his power attack. Choose to take a -1 on all melee attack rolls to gain +2 on melee damage. We'll try that. Let's see how that makes him look. Outstanding. +16, 19 to 26 with each hand. Major critical rolls, that's good. And finally Harem, which I wasn't sure if I wanted to raise him in the cleric level. Inquisitor. Inquisitor, he'll get a teamwork feat, which I'm not too crazy about. And also Marty will level up 1, but the cleric, he's going to get a few more casts of the spells. And at least be decent. In that area. So I don't really know what to give him. Maybe martial weapons proficiency. Longsword, rapier, scimitar, warhammer. Short sword, light hammer, kukri, hand axe. I guess we'll give him martial weapons proficiency. And a level of cleric.
I need to catch my breath.
So characters are leveled up. Let's talk to Doug here and spend the night for 23 gold. And let's reload. Because I did do the spell book for Harem.
Patience.
Alright, so he'll get an extra cast of Cure Serious and an extra protection from alignment communal. That looks pretty good. One of their spells prepared. Good stuff. Doug. Spend the night. And we are good to go. We're in the Barbarian's good graces. Now we have to talk to the Defaced Sister, which Dugath would like us to help with. And see what her story is.
You, our guest. The Baron, am I right? I'm sorry you witnessed that unpleasant scene. If I may ask, what is your name?
A slim figure stands eerily still, wrapped in a cloak and hiding her face in her hands. If you hadn't seen her moving before, you could easily mistake her for a statue. However, as you approach, she lowers her hands from her face, and golden green eyes peer at you through the holes in the cloth covering her face. I was told not to give my name to strangers. You don't need to know my name.
So be it. Everyone has their secrets, Baron.
Who are you?
I am one of those who call themselves the Defaced Sisters. We've rejected our names and our faces in service to benevolent spirits. I'm sorry that I cannot reveal our true destiny to you yet. But believe me when I say our mission is extremely important. Not just for us, not just for the tribe, but for the entire world.
What are you looking for here?
It is not yet time to answer this question. We are searching for ancient ruins, the remains of structures built by the previous holders of these strange lands. That is all I can tell you for now. I understand that you want to know more, but have no doubt, you will in time.
You have a whole army here. How did you manage to get this far?
Wise ones know many routes that are closed to the uninitiated. Will you be able to detect them? Will you dare to walk along them? Who knows?
Do you know anything about what happened in Varnhold?
Dark things tend to happen in that land. I can only guess to the fate of Varnhold. My 3 sisters know more. Help me find them, and you'll get your answers. If the spirits are kind, it will happen before it's too late.
Do you have any idea where your sisters might be?
Do you have a map? I can provide you some direction. One of my sisters went to the sepulchre of forgotten heroes. Another went looking for the Forsaken Mound. And the third was going to visit the ruins of the City of the Hollow Eyes. I won't lie, these places are all very dangerous. But searching for lost truth always involves danger.
Roland marks locations on your map. What were you and Dugath arguing about?
My sisters. They each went out on their own quests and never returned. Not one of the 3. I can understand Dugath. He doesn't trust us. But by refusing to help my sisters and me, he puts himself, his people, countless innocent souls in grave danger. If only I could soften his impertinent heart.
How is this possible? Doesn't this army know any kind of order or discipline? How do they manage to even fight in such chaos?
You speak in riddles.
Don't be wary of riddles. Those wise enough to solve them eventually learn much more than those who always seek straight answers.
Tell me about Numeria.
These are enigmatic lands. Stars rain from the sky. Soil bleeds fire and gives birth to metal instead of grass. These are lands of mysteries and nightmares. But they're destined to become the salvation of us all, for that is where great Armag lived, died, and rose again, and he will bring redemption for us all.
Tell me about Armag.
He's a man of great destiny. The gods themselves tried to lay him low, but he came back, defied death itself, as was foretold, for that was his fate. He's destined to save many, many lives, but at a terrible cost to himself. I would never wish a fate like that on you, Baron. I would never wish a fate like that on anyone.
I have to go.
If in your travels you meet my sisters, please help them, and I will help you in return. Remember this word, Gahab. That is what the previous inhabitants of these lands, the Cyclopses, called darkness they so worshipped. If a door shut and lockless bars your path, this word might be your key. May kind spirits guide you in your travels.
Yeah, not sure if I fully trust them yet to give them my name. With that raven sitting right there.
The path is clear.
Another ancient scrap of leather. See if there's any other little secret surprises over here. Nothing. Snakes in the snow. Oh, centipedes. Ugh. Even worse. Alright, so off we go on adventure. Game is maybe warning us about challenging encounters to come. Let's start at Collapsed passage. We can't get to it. Uh-oh. This usually means trouble. Some enraged mastodon or something. Some venom hydras. Kill them quickly. Not bad. So as a party, we're really dealing a lot more damage in melee. But we have some vulnerabilities on the magic front, which is why I gave Harem another level of cleric. Well, I guess I'm not getting to the collapsed passage anytime soon. Oh, now I am? Narrow underground passage collapsed years ago. It still seems possible to scream through it, but who knows what awaits inside. Let's check it out. Squeeze it inside and see what we got here. Basic items.
I've spotted something.
A strange mechanism. Trickery involved.
Here! What's the holdup? Done and done.
The soft click comes from within the mechanism. Okay. Oh. Zombies. It's a zombie
I'm
party.
not afraid.
What is that? A thick-skinned dread zombie cyclops? Oh my gosh. Oh no. Ow. Ow. Sturdy zombie?
Won't kill me!
Hey, not bad.
This is for you!
Get them. She gets fast healing, but what does it do? do this. Keeps channeling negative energy. Alright, so we're gonna have to reload. Bum, 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 bum. Play this one a little smarter.
I'll go ahead. Let us bide our time. I've spotted something.
You can count on me.
Okay, success.
The end draws near.
The path is clear.
Here.
Nice. And throw another one in here as they come. Channel negative energy. I want to attack that one and get him quickly. That went a lot better. She's still stunned though. Get in there, guys. There we go. Much better outcome. Whew. He had a great axe. Zombies were outfitted. What? Alright, first let's check out the great axe. Was the great axe +1 only? No, that can't be right. Physical flow. Strength and dexterity +2. Giant strength +6. Boink. What's going on?
Patience.
Let's get out of that room. It's channeling negative energy. Why are we so slow? So I guess Octavia's gonna have to run in there and hit those toggle plates. Quickly. Toggle plate, come on. Don't die now. Toggle it, toggle it. Alright, we're good now. So you won't want to fight them in this room, that's for sure. Soft click comes within the mechanism. The air around the column vibrates with negative energy. Air around this column vibrates with negative energy. Man, you never know what you're gonna find in these lands. It's never good. Nice for a great axe. There's gotta be something hidden in here. No?
Let us be careful.
Yes, I'm still here.
Oh, that kinda wrecked us. Thick skin, dread, zombie, cyclops. Okay. Guns Ward area is not a place to mess around in. Behind the Forgotten Mound. Forsaken Mound. Get to the bald hilltop. Oh no. Oh no.
I need to catch my breath.
I forgot that was happening soon. Oh boy. Or a troubleshooter. Oh no, don't fight us right now. Oh no. Well, fearsome monsters led by horrific masses are terrorizing the Stolrans, leaving nothing but mauled corpses in their wake. No. No, 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 no. This won't do it all. I'm gonna have to reload a previous save. Yielding to reason, the locals handed over the cult leader in the custody of the regent. Without its head, the sect is doomed to die out. Success. Treasurer managed to replenish some of the treasury's losses by selling off the felon's property. Then he announced that the tax collector was to be pardoned and returned to service in recognition of his ingenuity. Taxes would also be doubled as the crafters have proven able to pay it. Okay. Failure. people only laugh at the Council's humble attempts to support the mysterious hero known as the Osprey. Such a champion of the people's justice needs no approval from anybody. Oi. Success. The trade agreement has been signed. Harem is unhappy to see guests. Oh man. My serene kingdom. I still have to rest. Definitely use rations. We need our plus 1.5 temporary hit point per character level. Plus 1 bonus on all attack rolls for a day. Sounds good. Oh man, Serene Kingdom. Issue an urgent decree and protect the barony. Oh man. It's making me very nervous. Oh, we had success. The barony managed to persevere and enjoys peace once again. And the fire. A terrible fire struck the settlement, consuming many buildings. The people need immediate help. Tackle that when we get back. I think we still have to fight at the Bald Hilltop. It still could have been a lot worse than what it was. Who's our enemy this time? Man, I forgot the Bald Hilltop was close.
We should prepare.
Let's get in our usual position.
I am your shield.
Send Valerie up to investigate or trigger it.
As you order.
And here they come. Venom Manticores.
Enemies on fire first.
Come on, Amir, get up here. At least inspire ferocity.
Let us strike as one.
Oh man.
I'm reaching all over myself.
Get Moray. Get her. And the elemental will go down. Oh man. Oh, Marty went down. Haste the party. Whew. Who was Marae? She had a ring. Scroll of crushing despair.
The path is clear.
I would have thought it would be the easiest. We've got a ring of protection +3. That's her. Ring of protection +2. I think everyone's outfitted with one of those. Oh, you need a ring of protection +2, my friend. Not too terrible, but Ham's not happy to see some guests. I don't know what that's about. Head back to the capital and find out. That was almost disastrous. We indeed claim its pain and its death, that's for sure. Harem appears in the doorway, loudly shouting down the corridor and trying to block a visitor's way. However, they don't budge, and finally the priest is pushed backwards into the room, shouting all the while. Away! Go away, I'm telling you! The Baron isn't seeing anyone, he's busy and isn't here! Rudrin's Sketch. Forgive me, respected harem, but I must speak to the Baron. A young dwarf limps into the room. She doesn't look well. Her face is bruised, her armor crumpled, and her arm is dressed with rags, brown from dried blood. Nevertheless, she begins with a ceremonial bow. Your Grace, my name is Rudrin of the Skage clan, and I've come to beg your help. My kin are in grave... Harem interrupts her with indignation. How do you know my name? I was told of you by our leader, the revered Jarmold, Torag's paladin. He's hoping to meet you in person. He has so many questions for you. A dwarf who rejected Torag became a priest of Grodus, and now sits in an important position at the court of a baron. Such tales are rare. Harem's face is exploding with red and white spots. He furiously grabs his beard. Torag's paladin, and he wants to talk to me? What impudence, what shameless, brazen... Although... Harem turns to you. You know, perhaps we should help them. I want to see this paladin with my own eyes, and the trap he walked his congregation into. So what's this trouble you've gotten yourselves into? Many ages ago, our ancestors, together with the other clans, built a road here and a chain of fortresses along it. Unfortunately, they were forced to leave these lands. But now that you've established order here, we decided to return, to rekindle our clan's legacy. We found the entrance to the adamantine shield fortress, but when we tried to enter, Rudrin winces and touches her bandaged arm. When our ancestors left, they charmed the gate of the fortress and locked it with a key, which has long been kept safe by our clan as a relic. We brought it with us, but when we started into the lock and turn, something incredible happened. The gate fell to ashes, and we saw that the lock upon the chest was upon the chest of a huge golem, which attacked us immediately. Harem snorts. I'm sure the creator of this golem prayed devoutly to Torag while he made it, never thinking for a moment that this piece of iron might someday turn on his own. How dwarvish. Excuse me. We managed to hide up on a hill, but we backed ourselves into a trap. The golem just stood below, waiting for us to come down. 2 of us sacrificed their lives, distracting it to give me a chance to escape and find help. Please, save them. You are our only hope. Alright, I'll help you. Thank you, Your Grace. The Skajeg clans owes you. Here's a map. It shows how to find the fortress. Harem fiddles with his beers pensively. I would ask you, if you go to help them, take me with you. I know it's folly to gloat, but I want to see with my own eyes our proud guests from the 5 Kings Mountains caught in such a mess, and then send them home with my own tongue. Hope you will allow me this small pleasure. Your Grace, I must warn you, this is no ordinary golem. He's made of adamantine. He's almost impossible to destroy even with magical weapons. But if you wear it out for long enough in battle, it will collapse for a while to restore its strength. At that moment, you'll need to pull the key from its chest. If I know anything about mechanics, that should switch it off. And if you don't? Harem's gloomy question hovers unanswered in the silence. I wish I could look at a world map and see where they're located. Well, we'll send Jubilost just to start taking care of that. Make sure you fill available governing positions with appropriate candidates. You can't develop your kingdom without capable advisors. The treasurer position is especially important since it boosts the economy. Right. I want to level up Octavia when I get a chance here, but off we go. Do I have enough pieces of ancient scrap books or whatever? Cyclops coin for 800. I still feel nervous. There's not enough time. Guess we can sell some of that stuff. So obviously I've never done this before, so I don't know. My first run with the game, I actually failed Harem's initial quest. Slight spoiler, but I let Tartuccio build Kobold Kingdom there. And in doing so, that doesn't really let Harem smash the, or inspect even, the anvil. Punching dagger +2. Don't know about that yet. We'd be making more money if I sell some more, few more things, but of course Harem will come with us. To fight an adamantine golem. Can't even begin to imagine what it's like to stand face to face with your mortal enemy. Lost Dwarven Fortress. One day. Usually the ones you can evade are generally easy enemies, it seems. They're all in this together. Strange theory is spreading through the capital that the Baron is secretly a lycanthrope. During the day he pretends to be a gracious ruler. At night he roams the city in the shape of a wolf devouring children. The DC 25. Yikes, we're gonna have to start ranking up our people sooner than later. DCs are getting pretty tough. Fatigued, so we're gonna, well, see if we can rest in the fortress itself. Between rocky hills hides the entrance to an underground citadel built centuries ago by dwarves. When its creators fled the stolen lands, they sealed its gate for good. Might be able to rest outside of it. Ranged attacks with weapons or spells against a target engaged in melee combat suffer a crippling -4 penalty. This makes the precise shot feat, which removes this penalty, very important for both archers and spellcasters. Does Octavia have that? Oh, we can't rest here. This should be fun then. Look, help has arrived! Hurrah! Praise Torg! Let's see if we can do this fatigued.
Tear them apart!
That's what this thing is. Haste us up. Well, one shot and down goes the golem. I mean, Marty. Oh. Quick, get the key. The golem freezes. Inside it, something vibrates in harmony, and the dents left by your weapons quickly repair. Harem approaches the metal monster and examines it from head to toe. An invincible item made of indestructible metal. Another proof of our empty pride. Every master wishes to create something that will outlive them, but why? So that their creation will live on a short while before returning to dust with the rest of the universe? Ha! Masters, masters. Harem pulls the key. To his surprise, the whole lock comes out of the golem's body along with the key. As Harem stands amazed, the monster falls to pieces as if it were made not of the strongest metal in the world, but of rotten wood. Oh wow, adamantine with your bare hands? You're a beast. Spill it, when did you get so strong? Have you been lifting weights at night instead of praying? Hail to Baron Asirius! Saved! We were nearly done for! Praise Torag! Jarmold Skage. One of the dwarves, clearly their leader, a gray-haired man with a massive symbol of Torag around his neck, jumps down from the hillock where the dwarves climb to escape the golem. He looks at Harem and what he's done, astounded. How? How did you do it? That's impossible! Impossible! I don't know. I don't. Who are you? The dwarf turns to you and bows ceremoniously. Forgive me, your grace. The surprise made me lose all my manners. My name is Jarmold Skage, paladin of Torag and the leader of this group. On behalf of our whole clan, I thank you for your help. And you must be Harem, the priest of Grotus? I've heard a lot about you and the unusual path you've taken. I would like to speak with you. You would like? Well, I wouldn't even like to see you. We have nothing to discuss. This is just what I need, to listen to another sermon about Torag's greatness. The paladin replies to Harem's indignation with a humble bow. I am not so arrogant as to preach to a priest. Your faith is your choice. I am not one to question it. I only wanted to know more about your spiritual journey. In response, Harem only sniffs with contempt. Harem, you've broken metal with your bare hands before. What? When did that happen, Asirius? Ah, wait, are you talking about the anvil? Yes, I did that, but why? I asked Grotus what it meant, but received no answer. Harem pensively wraps his beard around his finger. Anyway, are you safe now? Yes, your grace. May Torag bless the soil you walk upon. You saved us. The Skage clan is in your debt. Alas, we have no treasure to reward you for your kind aid. But that is only temporary, believe me. When we find a way inside the fortress and recover the legacy of our ancestors, you'll see that no one can accuse the Skage clan of stinginess. Harem sneers bitterly. Look at them, Asirius. Here they are, true children of Torag. Greedy, conceited, unable to see beyond their own noses. They barely escape death, and there they are, diving into its maw again, blinded by the glitter of imaginary treasures. I contemplated making them leave, but let us allow them to stay and continue what they are doing. If they are in such a hurry to dig their own graves, let us not interfere. Thank you. I've seen you've no love for your people or our god. No, don't be so quick to frown. I've no wish to preach to you. But I believe you said you broke the unbreakable with your bare hands? Please tell me about this. I think of an idea of what power lies within you. The searing palm. Harem's voice sounds dull and lifeless. The magic anvil in the desolate bronze shield fortress, desecrated by trolls. It was destroyed by my fists as if it were made of sand or wood that had rotted from within, and only waited to be touched to fall to dust. Jarmold pensively holds his hand upon Torag's hammer, which hangs about his neck. Could it be? Jarmold, what are you talking about? What power hides inside Harem? The touch of the Unmaker. This is a rare, very rare gift of the gods. Happens once in a generation. I can't say who grants it. Perhaps Torag, perhaps Grotus, or perhaps it comes from some other source we know nothing about. It is the power to give death to things which live on beyond their proper time. That's rich. Any pipsqueak from our tribe knows how to break things. And you Longshanks call it a gift. Ill things created with a flaw, like this golem. Desecrated like the anvil. The robust creation of dwarven hands that beg for death but must continue to exist. A dwarf blessed by the touch of the Unmaker can put an end to their suffering. Nonsense, I've never heard of this. If Grodus granted me this power, why do I have to find out about it from some paladin of a traitor god? The god of helplessness and cowardice. A gift of the gods. By Grodus, you prove it or admit you're lying. Jarmold listens calmly to the stream of insults raining down on him from Harem. When the latter has finally spent his breath, the paladin replies quietly, "Yes, I can prove it." Harem, his words make sense. Maybe what you thought was Torag's curse was actually a gift from the gods, which your kin simply couldn't understand. Harem winces as if all his teeth started aching at one, but then nods reluctantly. It is possible, but then Torag and his followers are even more stupid and blind than I thought. Just imagine, Asirius, if this is true. The reason for my woe is not a curse, but the simple fact that none of my king was wise enough to recognize a divine gift. The priest shakes his head and looks at the paladin. You said you can prove your words, Jarmold. I challenge you now. The touch of the Unmaker is not only the power to destroy, he can take the heart from an item, all the love and effort put into it by its maker, by the mercy of Torag. Strike the golem once more, complete the unmaking, and show us its heart. He did it. Harem looks gloomily at the quiet golem, then shrugs and smashes it with his fist. The golem falls to fragments with a pitiful clink. Leaning down to search through the pieces, Harem takes hold of a shimmering blue jewel. He examines it, then turns to you. The priest's face is sad and baffled. There, a gift from Torag, be he damned. So what's next? What do I do with it now? Give Harem the heart of the anvil. These are Torag's things. Give them to his servant. Harem hands the jewels to Jarmold. Thank you for telling me of my gift, Jarmold, but do not expect it will reconcile me with Torag or with my people. If you find a way to make good use of it, fine. If not, it doesn't matter. You can keep looking for the entrance or go back to your mountains. I care not. Jarmold lowers his head. Thank you, Harem. I will make good use of this gift. I am sorry that everything turned out the way it did, but I respect your decision and won't try to convince you. Farewell. Harem turns to you. Gifts from the gods, curses from the gods. I'm starting to think it's the same thing. But thank you for coming here with me. I probably wouldn't even have talked to this Jarmold on my own. But now I have much to contemplate. Let us go, Asirius. Let's leave these Skej to do as they will. Okay, I have to discuss the events with Jubilos for that, but can't believe it. Is what Harem always thought was a curse actually a blessing? The touch of the Unmaker, it's called, according to a paladin of Torag we met, whom Harem simply cannot stand. But why should he need this unwelcome gift? What will he do with it? Dwarf? Alright, I will be right back. Alright, we're back. So let's see, this golem also had some stuff in him. What clan owes you? So that's interesting. Maybe the clan will start delivering gifts once they take out this old fortress. And Harem has the touch. Of the Unmaker. That would explain why he couldn't even make a nail when he tried, let alone a dwarven weapon. Anything up here? Climbing the hill. There's nothing here.
I did as you asked.
Thank you, Octavia. She's very mobile and flexible. Well, success. I think it's time to rank up Octavia. But I don't think I can yet. Well, that was silly. Should have just came down this way. I'll talk to Jubilast about the Fae encounter. And what that riddle they gave means. There's gotta be some meaning to that strange wording. Something about Candlemere. Alright, Juby. Oh, serious, I never probably thanked you for your help with the inconsequent debates. I'm happy to do so now. I hope you don't think me entirely ungrateful. Have you figured anything out about that riddle? The host's answer to your question about the gnomes? Not quite, but I'm working on it. I'll certainly inform you of my findings. I must admit, such an answer is quite in the spirit of the Fae. It must lead somewhere, and I will find the trail. Remind me how the riddle went again? Numbers will help you on your way. One of them is 5th and 10. It'll be easy to find if you read who opened the road for the ancient dead man. And his black-feathered messenger, the second is a dozen times in a dozen, and is thrice the number of those who lost their faces. Don't try to guess it now, it's not yet time. Wait until he who was born twice will twice be defeated. Put the two numbers together. When the moon leaves her path near the waters of the Candlemere, find one who will open the secret. I noticed the ones who lost their faces, the defaced sisters, the black-feathered messenger, born twice, our mag will twice be defeated. Surprised that you didn't want to be freed of the Zottenravel's spell. Why did you willingly suffer it? Jubilas locks his hands behind his back. Well, you see, I understand well what the bleaching is. What a fatal effect it has on gnomes. Those poor fellows were acting like that for no darker motive than desperation. Their foolish jokes allowed them to live just a little bit longer. Do you see? I don't mind becoming the joke myself. For a while, of course, and not if my life is being threatened. Let someone live a couple days longer. So you let them continue their prank to help them. That's a worthy act. Stop, or you'll make me blush. Jubilas folds his hands over his chest with a contented look. Let's talk about something else. As you wish, I'll continue to work on the riddle. I have to go. Alright, so we have to visit the Three Sisters, the Lost Relic. Find the relic the defaced sisters are looking for. Edris would like to learn the fate of his great-grandfather. The Farnhold's vanishing. Chemo asked you to visit him to talk about something private. Find an emerald necklace for him. Seems the ancestor of Shania was not a great hero and certainly never saved Vudra from a terrible monster. The question, should she learn of this? It's not likely that Vudrani will be pleased with the news. Perhaps it would be better to lie. I have to go talk to her. I think it's probably best to acquire the Silver Step as soon as possible. Support Tristan. Checkers Part 4. Success. Triumph. Thanks to the advisor's help, the settlement has survived the fire. The subjects weren't abandoned in their hour of need. They celebrate their baron and offer their thanks and gratitude. 8 events. Counselor awaits in the throne room. Brevin Envoy awaits. Visitor waits in the castle. Knock Knock has something in mind. Troublemakers, undead sightings. The Gambler. Proposal for cooperation. And they're all in this together. It's interesting to deal with that. EC 25. Alright, so we have to level up Octavia, but we have to get the community up. From the Five Kings Mountains comes an expedition of dwarves hoping to find a way into a citadel built and abandoned by their ancestors. Usually Harem wouldn't care. This time he cared. End of story. Alright. We've simply got to build more community-based things in some of these settlements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Well, we can build one more thing in this settlement, it looks like. Something for community. How about monument or just a granary? Just a granary. Canelands Haven, we can build more there. Build more there. Let's get some community going. Monument. Granary. Oh, the cheap route. I wouldn't wish for Gongar as an enemy of my worst enemy. Even his friends are afraid of him sometimes, let alone his enemies. So we'll fill up all of our villages. Already full. So we have to claim Silver Step right now, probably. But let's go see what everyone's talking about. Sinjuku wants to deal with the gambler. Also for cooperation. Send her to deal with that. Troublemakers, spurring the people to rebel against their ruler. Grumblings of popular discontent can be heard in the capital. Send the storyteller to deal with that. Undead sightings. I don't know. He's gonna have to roll a miracle for that one. Let's see what all these people want. Your Grace, forgive my intrusion. We have a matter that demands your urgent attention. Right now, enemy Belvara, the bard from Patax, is singing in the middle of our main square, and her songs are seditious, to say the least. Remind me, who's Animede again? She's among the most talented bards of Patax, but more importantly, she's one of King Aravetti's most favorite singers. Anything she sings almost certainly promotes his agenda. Let's hurry to the square. I was gonna say let her sing what she wants. Let's just see what happens. Let's see what exactly she's singing about. It's like death to the Baron and all his barony. Hope the bloom takes over again. In King Aravetti you have a friend. Through trickery fills our stories and lines, what lies between them is not always a lie. Such a good singer. And what about a love song? Something to make our souls weep. More, give us more. I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. Animede Belvara, the charming bard from Patax, stands before you with a lute in her hands, surrounded by a crowd of the capital's citizens. In a moment she notices you and blows you a kiss. So happy to see you again, Lady Belvara. The feeling is mutual, Your Grace. Our last meeting was so unforgettable. Animede smiles with the corner of her lips. I'm happy to visit your lands once again and bring the gift of art to your people. Maestro Belvara, I'm so happy to see you here, but why are your songs so cruel? Our charming Animede might wish to tell the Baron what kind of so-called art she's chosen to entertain her subjects with. In her first song, she praised King Aravetti, and the second song was about a certain lady from Restov who fostered a street pub, dressed it in lace and velvet, and trained it to mimic the manners of court. I find these allusions inappropriate and offensive. Lady Belvara, you should be more respectful in your statements. Well, bards can sing whatever they like. You cannot punish them for that. Animede gives you a graceful bow. These are the words of a true ruler. Your Grace, you should visit the Rushlight Tournament in Patax. You can see for yourself what freedom and esteem our bards enjoy in my homeland. And of course, your subjects will be able to prove themselves in various competitions. What is this Rushlight Tournament? How could you not know? This is one of the greatest Pataxian traditions. Once in a few Once in a few years, the king announces the date of the tournament. We greet guests from all around the river kingdoms on the banks of the Rushlight River. The whole day of the tournament is full of mirth and the spirit of competition. Everyone has a chance to prove themselves: fighters, archers, singers, storytellers, and even fans of strong drinks. The drinking competition is an important part of the program. Small branch of the Patax River flowing into the Rushlight. For years, Iravedi, the king of Patax, chose its shore as the place for his awe-inspiring annual tournament. It would be a pleasure to visit this tournament. King Iravedi will be happy to hear this. See you in Patax then, your grace. The bard gives you a teasing glance from under her eyelashes, and she bows and leaves. So everything's over already, and I just got here. Come back again, sweet Nightingale. I'd be happy to listen to you every day. It's Nightingale. She didn't do a single love ballad. Damn. So is this tournament going on right now, or? Do you regret letting Janusz escape? No, well, maybe just a bit. Of course it's bad that he's free and able to keep hurting people, but to sacrifice people dying in front of you to save the people Janusz might hurt in the future, that'd be insane. And getting revenge just for the sake of revenge, no, not at that price. Thank you for supporting me when I needed it. It was one small step away from leaving them behind to chase Janusz. Nothing to thank me for. You were the one who made the good call. Right call. Oh no, you have no idea how much I was seething on the inside. Reg wanted me to chase after him, and I almost did. Put your hand around Octavia's waist. Would you like some alone time? Octavia buries her nose in your neck. I would. I do. I always do. Laughing musically, Octavia takes you by the arm and leads to your chambers. I know there's a lot and the world is burning, but a Baron still needs his alone time. Want to do it again? What? Oh. The situation has become rather fraught. A group of mercenaries arrived in our lands to seek a better future. They banded together for safety. Some have been hired by our merchants as bodyguards. Alas, their manners are low, and the locals are prejudiced against them. They fight more and more often. The peasants want us to banish the mercenaries from the city. The merchants expect us to protect them, regardless of the peasants' complaints. If you ask me, we mustn't surrender to hatred. This matter should be resolved peacefully. Draw from the treasury to finance more guards. They'll put an end to these clashes. Nothing's going to change if we simply choose sides. We must mediate, though this takes money and a will for peace. Finance more guards from the treasury. Make sure the merchants' guards don't fight with the common people. Whatever money we spend on new guards, it will be worth it if it prevents any more blood from being spilled. It's pretty nice. What's this interrupting my alone time? Your Grace, Jod coughs politely. The goblin, the one you found, has asked to see you. He claims you are in need of training. I think he's rather in need of a bath. Several. He helped us against the goblin tribes. I think I should return the favor. Huh. Knock strides in as best as his short legs can manage, then his gait slows, then stops as he takes in the throne room. His eyes and ears swivel independently as if trying to take every direction in at once. After scanning the area around him, he looks upward and squints, as if uncertain if there's a ceiling above him or not. He stands still, swaying slightly, eyes affixed on the ceiling. Others in the throne room are disdainfully silent. Some wrinkle their nose and take a step back. Some of the guards' hands fall to the hilt of their blades. Knock-Knock's head snapped down, then seeing you, he gives a sickle grin, his eyes gleaming. Sidekick? Almost didn't see among all Longshanks. He frowns at your throne, then cocks his head confused. Why in my chair? There's a light chuckle from someone in the room, quickly silenced. Took a while to find way here. Knock-Knock glances around. But now here to take rightful place, be a hero, and show you how to be a hero. He nods sharply and hooks his fingers in his belt. I can help, like before. Side by side, big hero. He points to himself. And not big hero. He pauses. You need it. How can you help? Shahad frowns. Actually, Your Grace, if you're considering accepting assistance from this... Knock-Knock. Knock-Knock raps the ground with his heel twice for emphasis, then winces. Jihad's frowns deepens. If this Knock-Knock truly wishes to be of help, and is one goblins might listen to, there have been sightings of goblins near Oleg's, possibly dispossessed by our recent encounter. Massacre, Knock-Knock corrects brightly. Chopped them all up except those who ran fast. New tribe probably have very long legs, very hard to catch. His eyes alight and he grins. But not for me. I can round them up. But, he frowns again, but unless they still being chased, it's not like them to keep moving. Tire's one out. They'd be better off if they came to the capital, like Knock-Knock. Even if, he wrinkles his nose, it smell bad here. Ah, yes. Oleg has sent word of these goblins via courier, but he's been reluctant to leave in case they raid the post in his absence. Apparently they've been quite diligent in trying to raid his storeroom. If your goblin ally could deal with them. Very well, we'll travel to Oleg soon. Knock-Knock nods, then pauses as he sees you remaining seated. Do we go now? Yes, let's resolve this quickly. Knock-Knock nods, standing proudly. He makes what might be a ragged salute, interrupted by him noticing something on his wrist, which he rubs away with a frown. As you command, as a hero. He rubs his wrist again, then grunts. We'll go. Lead to post. Knock-Knock follow. Hooray, we did it! Another attack has been repelled and the barony is stronger than ever. Your grateful subjects even brought you a gift to honor this outstanding success. Unfortunately, now is no time to rest. While everyone was preparing for the last attack, I was looking for a way to overcome the curse. I read some ancient books, talked to the locals. Then I had a word with our storyteller, and we decided that, well, he'll tell it better. The storyteller clears his throat. I'm a keeper of stories, Your Grace, and I have amassed a respectable collection over my long life. There are, of course, stories of curses among them, ancient and dark, having taken thousands of lives, destroyed kingdoms, and brought down... Well, our curse isn't exactly a real curse. We think there's someone specific behind these attacks. Oh, I'm sorry. Realizing she interrupted the storyteller, Lindsay turns bright red. Tristan turns pale. It's not a curse, then what is it? If this isn't a curse, then what could it be? We don't know yet, but that part doesn't matter. Lindsay waves her hand carelessly. What's important is that we're finally making some real progress. I would imagine that the person behind these attacks is someone harboring great evil against you and your barony. I would not be surprised if it's the same adversary who was behind the bloom. I agree. After the last attack, I got the feeling that the owlbears and manticores came here as revenge for what we did to the ever-blooming flower. Whoever or whatever caused these attacks, I'm sure they will continue. We must be ready to repel the next one. That's exactly what we'll do. Sooner or later, the villain will show himself. Once he slips up, we can finally punish him for all the troubles he's caused. Lindsay frowns belligerently. Tristan chuckles faintly. I didn't expect some vitriol from you, Lindsay. In any case, I would advise hearing this villain out before punishing him. We still have no idea why this unknown enemy is targeting us in particular. I'm sure we'll know our foe's face soon enough. We've repelled his attacks 3 times now. He must be reaching the limits of his patience. He won't get away with this forever. I have my best people on it. Interrupting my alone time. Relations and culture. Loyalty. Success. Success. Let's go plus 15. $252 BP. I wonder if I should do that and declare claim Silver Step. I think that's what we'll do. So I can build in Silver Step and get some of these stats raising faster so I can rank up faster. I interrupted my dialogue with Octavia though. Hope that didn't bug anything. We're gonna need to sell some stuff for this, so I'll keep the Heart Piercer. I think I'll sell the Punching Dagger, the Light Shield. We'll keep the Paragon of Winter, Giant Strength +4. Sell that probably. Fast Intelligence, Negative Channeling. There's some armor. Scimitar +2. I think we could sell Vengeance of the Meek. Giant Bane. Sell the Enchanter's Cape. Full plate +1. Lots of physical flow. We can do away with that. Then I guess we'll just buy probably 300 BP. Should be enough to claim it. Punching Dagger, Scimitar, Light Shield +2. Yeah, full plate, that. Fast Intelligence. Yeah. I don't see that he got anything new. Maybe he did, but I didn't see. Alright, building points. Let's get like... that many. Oh. Go claim Silver Step. Let's see what Octavia has to say, making sure we didn't bug anything there. Go, I'm right behind you. I just need to fix my hair. That did seem to be bugged a little bit. I'll go to my quarters and see if she's in there. And this loading screen is the brutal one. Please be in here. Huh. I have to mend my shirt again. You're so passionate. Alright, let's rest. Octavia greets you with a kiss on the cheek. Hi, it's been a long time, or has it? Doesn't matter, I've missed you terribly. Alright, we'll talk later. Swift actions to perform. Add 5 regions to your land. Proceed with voluntary annexation. What is that? Success. Sweet. Triumph. The negotiations were a success. The regent guaranteed the merchants extensive support, and they agreed to supply construction materials at significantly lower prices. Merchants from Absalom arrived in the region. Success, a few celebrations and a fair, and the happy people soon forgot their troubles and instigators' words, so troublemakers were dealt with. Success on the curse of Davignettle. It appears that curses are a mysterious, little understood magical phenomenon. They can have devastating effects on their victims, but the source of their power is virtually unknown. Perhaps it'd be well to keep an eye open for any other curses we might encounter. This research has increased our understanding of divine magic. Awesome. Regent demands your attention. There's a scandal in the capital. The guard captain brought the instigators in the region. First, let's build Silvershire. Silvershire. Sounds great. Silvershire. Alright, so our community's over 80, which is nice. We need stability. Divine is about there. Relations. Culture, community. Halfling's Brewery. Plus on divine when adjacent to a monument. Let's build a shrine. And a monument. Plus one divine when adjacent to a shrine. Let's build a school. And maybe something else. Plus one arcane when adjacent to a shrine. This house. Beautiful. The regent can now be upgraded. Octavia. And there's a scandal in the barony. Get some food after this and save the game. Octavia. Asirius, we have big fish here today, a noble from Brevoy. His clothes are worth hundreds of gold coins and his eyes are shifty. He has a business offer to make. He wants to open a leatherworking shop in our domain to tan skins. Finally. These tanneries smell like a kobold's backside. This industry requires the use of alchemical components which are carried by the wind and cause nasty diseases. Nobody's happy about these factories being in Brevoy. That's the reason he's come to us. The offer is profitable, no doubt, but the smell that comes with it is foul. We mustn't make a deal with this little man. Better to send him away, and quickly. That will teach the other money bags a lesson too. Just because you're stuffed with gold, that doesn't mean you're allowed to do whatever you want. I trust your opinion. Octavia's eyes glow. Perfect! We didn't save these lands just to turn them into a dump. Free from alchemical fumes, our people will live here happily and give birth to healthy children. New event, strong nation. I would have bought all my skins though, probably. Highland, the captain's usually untroubled face is dark with rage. Your Grace, please forgive me for distracting you from important matters, but you're the only one who could talk some sense into these hotheads. They had an argument in the middle of the street, yelled so much your subjects called the guards. But what can they do about Lady Valerie? Plus, Eveld hasn't done anything illegal. It's not like I can put them in jail. Valerie, explain yourself. No, Eveld, is that the character next to you? A short, rugged man in a sophisticated garment bows ceremoniously. My own person, your grace, Eveld the Silver-Tongued, who once served as court bard at the best houses of Brevoy, and is now traded in this golden cage for the free winds of travel. But I digress. This, so to speak, sweet lady insulted me, if you please, in front of my audience, halted my performance, and embarrassed me in front of the entire tavern. Would you please be so kind as to rein this lady in? Valerie is apparently trying to control herself. The telltale red spots flare on her face. I noticed how someone pinned a disgusting pasquinade next to the tavern entrance. Something about a bright bird who lost its feathers. That's abominable insolence. Yes, I won't deny I'm guilty. I lost my temper, but who wouldn't have? Eveld gasps with indignation. Is that so? When I smothered this lady with exquisite compliments, I received only insults and jokes in return. When I came to her with gifts, begging her to become the muse for my greatest work, I was ridiculed and sent away like a snotty boy. And now, the moment I start to pursue my art away from this good lady, she seeks me out and says I'm guilty of spiteful slander. What shall I do? I'm but a slave to my inspiration, which is sent to me from above. Eveld smooths down his hair and adds, And while we're on the subject of my poetry, it's really not that bad. Aveld, did you really write a pasquinade about Valerie? Aveld clasps his hand to his chest, ostentatiously. Forgive me. Who would I be if I stooped to such low attacks? I won't deny that the cautionary tale of this lady could inspire me. How can you listen to this featherbrain? Of course, in the face of justice, he's ready to disown his own parents. And if I'm allowed to continue, let me say that what this pasquinade was devoted for, the sad position of the arts in these lands, forgive my frankness. Anyway, the good lady is unlikely to understand what allegory and poetic hyperbole are. The captain shakes his head. Don't even try, your grace. I'm afraid even Abadar couldn't get to the bottom of this ball of accusations. I don't care who said what to whom. You're going to make peace now, right here in front of me. Valerie almost screams. I'm not going to make peace with this worthless paper stainer. Let him spend his useless time insulting the other bootlickers. Your tongue befits your beauty, my sweet. Truly, what is a beautiful flower bud worth if it's wormy and empty on the inside? Enough, both of you. First you scared everybody at the tavern, and now you're embarrassing yourselves in front of the Baron. Apologize at once, if not to each other, then at least to his grace. I don't know what got into me, your grace. Forgive me this scene. Please forgive me, Asirius. Perhaps I should leave to calm down and come to my senses. That's nice. You let some steam off and work some things out. At least now I can let you go, hoping you won't scare our good people anymore. Your grace, I'll go too, but please keep an eye on Valerie. I don't know what demon has got into her, but she's not herself lately. At first she'd just snap, then she started getting into fights with everyone about stupid things. Now she's dragged this bard out of a tavern by his collar. I'm afraid it might come to real violence. What do you mean, hasn't been herself? She got defensive, can't say a word to her. We've been careful around her since she... The captain runs a finger across his face meaningfully. I'm close to ordering my lads to keep an eye out for her in the streets, to make the common people's lives a little calmer. You think Valerie could hurt someone? Well, I wouldn't say that. The Valerie I used to know would never harm anyone without good reason. But the old Valerie seems to be gone, so I don't know what to expect from her. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I'll try to help her. If I were you, I would talk to the storyteller. One of my lads saw Valerie arguing with him. I have no idea how anyone can have a fight with such a harmless elf, but she did. The captain bows, finishing the conversation. Who is this? Mim Wobblegander. There you are. I've wanted to see you in person for a long time. All of Brevoy is talking about your feats. The girl is smiling curiously, sizing you up. She finally nods to you. Mim Wobblegander, the greatest goldsmith in Restov, at your service. Happy to meet the ruler of this land. You know, it's quite beautiful here. The view of a lake surrounded by picturesque green forest were inspiration for this lovely brooch design. I do have a sapphire, but no green jewels, and I have no idea who can help me with this. We're surrounded by simpletons here who know nothing of sublime matters. Except for you, of course. Mim looks at you meaningfully. What is the greatest goldsmith in Restov doing in this backwater? Seeking recognition and inspiration. You see, not everyone in Restov realizes how unfairly destiny has divided its gifts between me and my competitors. I got all the talent, you see, and they got all the glory and respect. It's all nonsense, though. I'll soon remedy this irksome situation. Besides, I'm mortally tired of Restov dust and grayness, and the view from here to the Torres of Lebanese is beyond compare. Just look at those peaks, such mysterious power in their easy dignity. Please remind me what you asked for. For an emerald, I plan to make a brooch that will combine the hues of these lands, the blue of the cold lake and the green of the young pines. I do have a sapphire, but I'm missing a green jewel. Very well, you shall have your gemstone. Wonderful! I shall impatiently await your return. My return? Return to where? Shania, I'm happy to see you, O most worthy one. A new gift and stories await you. Still, I urge you to visit me at my workshop. I wish to share with you a rumor that may lead may lead me to quit your realm, to suddenly embark on an adventure. Please do not take long. Please accept this fine item, comma. I thank you, Shania the Tulip. No one can use commas though, but staying in a village by Lake Silverstep wants you to find her an emerald. Alright, let's talk with the storyteller quickly. And then we're out of here. We have a lot to do. The captain of the guard told me you had a fight with Valerie. The storyteller lowers his head sorrowfully. Alas, this is true. Believe me, I didn't want to fight, but my fool curiosity wounded Valerie's pride. I will apologize to her the first chance I get. What was the fight about? I asked Valerie if she still had anything related to the Eternal Rose Order from back when she was a novice. An innocent question, but she took it as impudence or insult. Please don't blame her. I'm to blame for what happened. You think Valerie has been acting strange lately? What can I say? We are not that close. She has no interest in the things that matter to me, and I prefer the world of ancient heroes and old legends, not the fuss that's all around us here and now. So I don't have an answer to your question. But I know that those who consider Valerie a close companion might be hurt by her words. Yesterday I talked to Lindsay, and when I mentioned Valerie, I heard sorrow and tears in her voice. Maybe the tireless chronicler is having a tough time for the very same reason that you honored me with your visit today. That's all I wanted to know. Leave you to your legends.
I'll go ahead.
Lindsay. Just a moment, I just got something. Lindsay quickly scribbles something in her notebook, then raises her eyes and smiles at you. Hi. How's your publishing house? In full swing. The press is working day and night. Turns out there aren't just readers, but also writers in our land. They keep bringing me new manuscripts. Some are even readable without crying. Have you noticed anything strange about Valerie lately? Lindsay lingers, then sighs dully. I had a fight with her, a big one. Well, I wanted to talk to her about the best way to describe her hair color in the book, and she... Lindsay pouts. She said my book is trash, and I'd be no better if I busied my time with... Oh, I won't even repeat it. How could she hurt you like that? Yes, I mean, wait, Lindsay licks her lips. I wasn't hurt, it's just... Oh, it doesn't matter. To be honest, Valerie hasn't been herself lately. She's usually polite, though she can be cold at times, but now it's like she's changed. And it's all after, you know, Lindsay gathers her strength, after she got that scar. I talked to her before and she wasn't very nice that time either. She's gotten so spiteful after she got hurt, though she keeps saying she doesn't care. I have to go. Just don't leave without me. Alright, so we have to talk to Valerie. Well, might as well do it in this episode. Another persecutor. I'll hang on to that. Seems like a good weapon for someone who can use a comma. Alright, so actually I'm going to save here, and we'll talk to Valerie in the next episode. So we'll leave it on that little cliffhanger. I think this was episode 55. Thanks for joining me as always. I hope you like the content. I appreciate your viewership if you're still watching at this point. This is 54 or 55. 55. So next time we'll talk to Valerie, we'll head to Oleg's, we'll go talk to Shania, and do much more. So come nerd with me again, and I'll see you then. Peace out, everybody.